Welcome to the session 2 of Unit 3 Dynamics of Fluid Flow of Fluid Mechanics. See, in the last session, we have derived the Bernoulli's theorem, which states that the total energy at any point remains constant. The total energy includes pressure energy, kinetic energy, and potential energy. Now let us see what are the limitations of Bernoulli's theorem. If we consider the velocity of flow at a section, it is taken as uniform while deriving the Bernoulli's theorem, but the velocity is maximum at the center and decreases towards the pipe wall. So this is one of the limitation. And also in the assumption we have considered there are no other forces are acting on the fluid element other than the gravitational force. So that is also one of the limitation because there are forces which are acting on the fluid element other than the gravitational force which are neglected. The third one is in case of turbulent flow, the energy loss takes place in the form of kinetic energy or heat form, which is also neglected. If you consider a viscous flow, the loss of energy takes place due to frictional force. This force is also neglected while deriving the Bernoulli's theorem. Next, if we consider the flow occur along a curved path, then we can see the centrifugal force is acting, but this force is also neglected while deriving the Bernoulli's equations. So these are some of the limitations of Bernoulli's theorem. Next, let us see what are the applications of Bernoulli's theorem. Usually, the Bernoulli's theorem is applied in the instruments which is used to measure the velocity or rate of flow of a fluid. So in our syllabus, in the syllabus of fluid mechanics, there are three instruments which are to be considered, that is venturi meter, orifice meter, and pitot tube, where we can see the application of Bernoulli's theorem. So let us take one by one. The first one is venturi meter. Venturi meter is a device used to measure the rate of flow of a fluid. It consists of converging portion. See here, you can see in this figure, this is the converging portion and the diverging portion. See here, this is the diverging cone or diverging portion and the throat section. This is the throat section and it consists of a U-tube differential manometer. You can see here, this is a U-tube differential manometer which is connected between the section 1 and section 2. Okay, to determine the difference of pressure head between section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is taken here at the pipe section and section 2 is taken at the throat section. So we have a formula to calculate the discharge, that is Q theoretical will be equal to A1 A2 root of 2GH divided by square root of A1 square minus A2 square. So here A1 is the area at the section 1, A2 is the area at the section 2 and H is the differential of pressure head, which you can determine by reading the U-tube differential manometer reading. So here you will get the X value. From that X value you can calculate this differential head, pressure head sorry. And again it is root of A1 square minus A2 square. So here there is a term called CD. CD is coefficient of discharge. It is a ratio of Q actual by Q theoretical. So you can calculate Q actual will be equal to CD into Q theoretical, because CD is a constant value which is given by the manufacturer. So CD value for the venturimeter, it should not exceed 1. So the value of H, that is difference of pressure head, is given by differential U-tube manometer. So here I have taken it as capital H. It is small h here. Okay, this is small h. Make a correction. See, to calculate the small h, which is there in Q theoretical formula, see here you can see. See this h. To calculate this h, there are 4 conditions are there. Let us see one by one. This is case 1. In this case 1, the differential manometer contains a liquid which is heavier than the liquid flowing through the pipe. Okay. In this case, to calculate H, this is the formula, that is X into SH by SO minus 1, where X is the difference of heavier liquid column in U-tube manometer. That is the reading which we read in the U-tube manometer. And SH is the specific gravity of the heavier liquid. Here, usually the heavier liquid will be mercury. Okay. And SO is the specific gravity of the lighter liquid flowing through the pipe. So case 2, if the differential manometer contains a lighter liquid than the liquid flowing through the pipe, then you can go for this equation to calculate H. So H is equals to X into 1 minus SL by SO. Obviously X is, this is the reading which we get it from the U-tube differential manometer. SL is the specific gravity of the lighter liquid, that is the liquid which is in the U-tube manometer. SO is the liquid flowing through the pipe. The first two cases, case 1 and case 2, are applicable for horizontal venturimeter. This case 3 and case 4, we will refer when there is when the venturimeter is inclined one. Okay, these two cases are for inclined venturimeter. Inclined venturimeter, which contain a differential U-tube manometer. So, if the differential U-tube manometer contains a heavier liquid than the liquid flowing through the pipe, then this is the equation to calculate the H value, that is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2 is equals to X into SH by SO minus 1. Case 4, if the differential manometer contains a liquid which is lighter than the liquid flowing through the pipe, then we have the formula H is equals to P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2 will be equal to X into 1 minus SL by SO. So this is how we have to calculate the H value, that is the difference of pressure head between the section 1 and section 2 in case of venturimeter. So let us solve problem on venturimeter. I'll read out the problem. The first problem: when a horizontal venturimeter with inlet and throat dia 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter respectively, it is used to measure the flow of water. The reading of differential manometer connected to the inlet and throat is 20 centimeter of mercury. Determine the rate of flow and take CD value as 0.98. Let us see what and all the things are given. The inlet dia, that is D1, is given 30 centimeter. If you convert that to meter, you will get it as 0.3 meters. Okay. And throat dia is given, that is D2. If you convert the centimeter to meter, you will get it as D2 is equals to 0.15 meters. Okay. So by knowing this diameter D1 and D2, you can calculate A1 and A2. It is used to measure the flow of water of differential manometer connected to the inlet and the throat is 20 centimeters of mercury it is given. So 20 centimeters of mercury. Mercury is the liquid which is there in the U-tube differential manometer. So this 20 centimeter is the reading which we can read in YouTube differential manometer, which is nothing but the X value. Should be careful here. By seeing the liquid, you can identify whether it is a reading of H or X. Okay. Since it is the mercury is the liquid which is there in the YouTube manometer, the value which is given is of X value. That is X value. Okay. Then you have to determine the Q value. CD is given, that is 0.98. So we know CD is equals to Q actual by Q theoretical. So let us find out what is first, Q actual you have to determine. CD value is given. So Q actual will be equal to CD into Q theoretical. So let us determine what is Q theoretical. To calculate Q theoretical, you know what is A1 and A2. Only the unknown is H value. So first you have to see which case you have to use the formula, okay, of to calculate H. Since it is a horizontal venturimeter, the first two cases you have to see. In that, they have given the manometer contains the mercury as a liquid, got it? And the liquid flowing through the pipe here, it is water. So, the specific gravity of liquid in the manometer is heavier than the specific gravity of the fluid flowing through the pipe. So, you have to consider case 1 formula to calculate H. That is, H is equals to X into SH by SO minus 1. As I said, X value is given 20 centimeter. SH is the specific gravity of heavier liquid, that is mercury. We all know what is the specific gravity of mercury, that is 13.6 divided by SO, that is the specific gravity of lighter liquid, which is nothing but water. You can take it as, so specific gravity of water, that is 1. So by substituting that, you can calculate the H value. It comes around 252 centimeters or 2.52 meters of water. You can see here the H, it is the differential head reading. We will always mention with respect to the liquid flowing through the pipe, that is water. And X is the differential manometer reading. We will always mention that with respect to the liquid contained in the manometer, that is mercury. So when you calculate Q theoretical, it comes around 0.0128 meter cube per second. So once you calculate Q theoretical, it's next you have to calculate Q actual, that is need to be determined in this problem, that is Q actual is equals to 0.0125 meter cube per second. Let us see the next problem, second problem. A 30 centimeter by 15 centimeter venturimeter is inserted in a vertical pipe carrying water flowing in upward direction. A differential mercury manometer is connected to an inlet and throat, given a reading of 20 centimeter. Find the discharge and take CD value equal to 0.98. So, here the 30 centimeter by 15 centimeter, it is nothing but the diameter readings they have given with respect to section 1 and section 2. Here D1 you can take it as 30 and D2 you can take it as 15. In some of the problem they will not give the diameter of throat section. In that case you have to take the throat dia as exactly half the value of the section 1. Whatever the D1 value will be given, no, that one divided by 2, D1 divided by 2 gives the D2 value, that is the throat dia. In case if it is not given, okay. Here in this problem they have given it is as 15 centimeter and it is a vertical pipe. The venturimeter is connected in a vertical pipe. So you can see it is in a vertical direction. And they have also mentioned it as a mercury, differential mercury manometer. So it is obviously the liquid contained in the manometer is mercury. And the water is the liquid flowing through the pipe. Okay, then see here inlet is connected to a inlet at a throat given a reading of 20 centimeters. It is a mercury manometer reading. So it is X value is given. Find the discharge. You have to determine Q actual and Q theoretical. CD value is given. Exactly what we have done in the last problem, the same problem steps you can follow. Here, since it is a vertical venturimeter, for vertical and horizontal venturimeter to calculate the H value, that is the difference of pressure head value, you can refer case 1 and case 2. Only for inclined venturimeter, you go for case 3 and case 4. Here, the liquid flowing through the pipe is heavier, lighter, or I can say the liquid in the manometer is heavier than the liquid flowing through the pipe. So you can go for case 1 formula, that is H is equals to X into SH by SO minus 1. So you can directly calculate what is H. It is coming around 252 centimeters of water. Then after getting H value, directly substitute Q theoretical formula and get the value of Q theoretical. It's coming around 0.0128 meter cube per second. We know Q actual is equals to CD into Q theoretical. CD value is given 0.98 and Q theoretical value, you know, if you multiply that, you will get the Q actual value, that is 0.0125 meter cube per second. Next, let us derive the expression for rate of flow through venturimeter. So we all know what is venturimeter. It is a device used to determine the rate of flow. Here it consists of converging section, throat section and diverging section and a U-tube differential manometer. Okay. So let us consider a venturimeter fitted in a horizontal pipe through which the fluid is flowing as shown in the figure. So P1 is the pressure at the section 1, V1 is the velocity and A1 is the area and D1 is the diameter at section 1, 1. Similarly, P2, V2, A2 and D2 are the corresponding values at the section 2. If you apply the Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and section 2, so we'll get it as P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equals to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Since the pipe is horizontal, the datum head Z1 will be equal to Z2. So the above expression, the Z1 and Z2 gets cancelled. So you will get the expression as P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g is equals to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g. Here, if you take all the pressure terms one side and velocity terms on the other side, okay? So you'll get P1 by rho g minus P2 by rho g. So we can write that as P1 minus P2 by rho g, which is nothing but the head. That is difference of pressure head at section 1 and 2, which is replaced as H, okay? So I'll take this left hand side, H will be equal to remaining velocity terms, that is V2 square minus V1 square by 2g. So the above expression we can rewrite it as V2 square minus V1 is equals to 2GH. Call it as equation number 1. Now applying the continuity equation at section 1 and 2, we all know what is continuity equation. It is Q is equals to A1 V1 is equals to A2 V2. So by this, I have taken V2 is equals to A1 V1 by A2. Substituting the value of V2 in this equation 1, we will get this one. Okay. So, which is equal to V1 is equals to root of 2GH, root of A2 square by A1 square minus A2 square. So we have the discharge is equals to A1 and A1 into V1. You write A1, V1 square in the last equation, whatever the value will get it as, we have, you multiply that. So you will get the formula for Q theoretical, which is nothing but A1, A2 root of 2GH divided by root of A1 square minus A2, and Q actual is equals to CD into Q theoretical. So this is the expression for discharge for a venturimeter, horizontal venturimeter. Next is Bernoulli's equation for a real fluid. See, in ideal fluid, we are not considering the loss of energy or a loss of head, whereas for a real fluid, we have to consider the head loss. So the expression for Bernoulli's equation for real fluid is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equals to P1, P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 plus HL. This is the head loss. Okay, so you should differentiate this. HL represent the head loss, H represent the differential head. So in this case, the CD value can be calculated as by using this formula, that is root of h minus hl by h. Thank you.